Bueno, para mí, pero la podemos compartir porque a mí me queda justa. Y me ha dicho el hombre, bueno, y le he dicho, bueno, pues si no, para mí. Y me ha dado una camiseta de este tipo y le he dado una amarilla. Vale. Vale, hasta la guapa. Tienes sueño.
Time for another final here at Touch World Cup 2024 is the mixed 30. Leading the way, the referee crew of Brandon Sanderson, Cameron McPen and Zoe Genrich. Referee coaches Bertie Kappa. And the team, Australia and New Zealand.
Welcome back then to our live coverage of the final day of the Touch Rugby World Cup 2024 here in Nottingham. Action from the mixed 30s up next. That familiar opposition, Australia against New Zealand. Your referees Brandon Sanderson, Cameron McPed and Zoe Grenrich as we hear the anthems with Australia up first. Well, the anthem of New Zealand. And up next, Australia. Well, there are the teams on the big speakers over to our left-hand side ahead of this 30s mixed open final. Jan Fecci alongside me, part of Wales 45 squad, playing in his 5th World Cup, but also former coach of Italian mixed open side. Thank you so much for joining us, Jan, for this big occasion.
Thank you, Will. Thanks for having me again. I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. This could be a cracker.
We certainly hope so. Well, it's been Australia, the dominant side on finals day so far, perhaps as expected. But this New Zealand mixed open side at the 30s level, I've seen them in action a few times across the competition. They've looked really bright. Both sides undefeated across the pool. Well, you were just discussing how Germany looked strong in this division. Jan, they were beaten 11-4 by New Zealand in that semi-final after the New Zealand also put 9 on France and beat them narrowly 9-6. So it's not been all plain sailing into this final round, but they've got a big challenge on their hands facing Australia.
Yeah, I think trying to get into the monopoly of Australia-New Zealand finals is proving again almost impossible. And Germany obviously targeted this category, and to be fair, they've been outstanding, and they've given every team they've played a really good go for it. But again, it's Australia-New Zealand.
They'll be facing England in the bronze medal match, Germany, because they were defeated 15-4 by New Zealand at the semi-final stage. New Zealand also put 15 on Chile without reply in the quarter-final as their undefeated run in the competition continues.
Could we get a first medal for Germany? I'm guessing it will be the first medal at the World Cup.
I think so, indeed. England searching for their second, I believe, after winning another bronze medal in the women's 40s category earlier on today. For now, though, it is Australia medal hunting again, searching for gold. New Zealand, will they settle for silver, as they so often do in this great touch rugby rivalry? we'll wait and see with kickoff soon to come. Well, Jan, just touching on the World Cup itself, the biggest there's ever been. You've been involved for many years with touch rugby, and the growth is so visible at this event.
Oh, it's been unbelievable. You know, it's growing and growing all the time. Playing on 2 sites, which just shows just how big it's become. It's been fantastic.
Tap off from Australia as they drive up to the 10. And it's a clinical start in the last game for Australia in the men's 35s. Here are the men's, the mixed 30s. They're being turned away at the door by New Zealand for now, but a first penalty. And it's looking ominous already for the Kiwis, Jan.
Yeah, I think Australia, they're like machines. I think it's always a battle. This category, I think, is going to be very competitive. But we're just looking at the stats on the scores.
As Australia look to open up the field, there's another score, bright and early here for Australia. Touching down on the wing is Carly Walsh.
Yeah, just looking at the scores, Carly Walsh has got 26 tries so far, along with Lucinda Gill. So between them, they've scored 48 tries.
Well, that's number 49 for Walsh and Gill. Try number 27 for Carly Walsh, top scorer in this mixed 30s edition. Closely followed on 23 scores by New Zealand's Taylor and Kiwi Stock. And it's the Kiwis looking for a quick response as they've gone 1 try down already here. Michael Pomeray gets it on the return. Pomeray stepping back in off the left foot there is Bronson Wacker. Wide they go. Have the Kiwis got us equalising score? Kept out this time. And it's a first shutout of the game for Australia, as they so often do. Great in defence as well as going forward. They've got the best defensive record of this stage of the competition as well. They've yet to concede more than 4 tries in a game, I believe. As once again they go crashing over. What an unbelievable start for the Emus.
Wow, 2 possessions by Australia and 2 scores. Very clinical. Great.
Kelly Jones has this one.
Great driving from their own line. Great flow.
Little double pump by Justin Otto to make sure as well. That's a great scoop from Otto. Can New Zealand respond? Well, they'll try. For now, it's Eliza Ward carrying on, and then working through the centre there is Zane Walsh. Walsh with the pickup, darting away to the left. They skip through. They do have a quick response.
I think New Zealand needed that. Bit of confidence.
Nat Jewell touches down for the Touch Blacks. They have 1 on the board. It's 2-1. Australia, though, with 6 touches at the half, looking to complete their 3rd attack in as many forays into New Zealand's half.
I think they've identified there was a man against a woman in the link channel. It's beat for speed.
Great pace on the outside from Nat Jewell. But a ball over the top. How simple Australia look. We've barely come back from our replay of the first Kiwi try, and they've got a 3rd, Australia. No shutouts as of yet for New Zealand. Lucina Gill goes over this time.
There's that competition, Wilf, between Lucina Gill and Carly Walsh.
Try number 50 between them in this competition. Just ridiculous. 23 now for Lucina Gill after Walsh's try number 27 in this game. 50 tries up for the 2 Australian wingers in this mixed open category at the 30s level, as Pomara trying to make something happen. But Pomara's ball goes to ground, and that's another shutout by Australia. That's the difference between the 2 sides in the early stages, Jan. One side is converting from the 7, and the other side, as of yet, can't match them.
Yeah, I think every category, Australia are so clinical. They do everything well, make no mistakes. I say that, and they've just made off the mark or something.
The commentator's curse strikes again here on pitch 1. It's been a feature of the tournament for us here on the live stream, and it's given New Zealand a big opportunity here to try and get back in the game. There's the try scorer, Nat Jull, on the switch, looking to open up Australia here. Shane Scott, Jull on the inside, put down. Well, it's a tough ask to be flawless in a game of touch, but if you want to beat Australia, you can't make those kind of mistakes.
Absolutely. I think they've got to take every opportunity that comes, because Australia just won't give them those opportunities.
Gahoe Zoram Oatene draws a penalty from New Zealand. First touch made by Zane Walsh, but they make it to the box, and here come the substitutes. It's Nick Grant amongst them. Grant gets it on the return from Heroini. Oh, looking to get on the wraparound. Heroini's unhappy with New Zealand's intentions there, and it is another penalty for the Emus.
Yeah, repeat set. Hard touch. We don't want to be giving them another 6 on their line.
Good pick up from Grant. Little double pump. Looking to take on the New Zealand line. Justin Otto, the creator of the first. Otto, good take. Bit of a loose pass from Grant. Another strike at the line. We're only 6 minutes in here. Australia still hunting for their 4th try. There's the change of direction and a change of pace to boot. Great ball from Heroini. Australia over in the corner again. Messina Gill, another try for her in this game.
Yeah, great passing. They're looking to do a quickie in the middle, and then third attempt, they've gone to the right-hand side. Beautiful ball.
24 now for Messina Gill, the second top scorer. She's just overtaken her Kiwi counterpart in Taylor and Kiwi Stock. New Zealand with a chance then to half the deficit. Here come New Zealand again. Well marshalled by Australia. Bronson Waka finds the pass to Palmieri. Back inside. Excellent ball. Good scanning of the space, and Bronson Waka has New Zealand on the board again. They're down by just 4-2. They're still in the game, Jan.
Yeah, again, they needed that to stay in touch. Great setup play, won that ruck area, created a space.
Well, he just gave him the eyes there. Michael Palmieri. Bronson Waka goes over. The New Zealand second, but they've got to start keeping out Australia, Jean.
Yeah, let's see what happens now.
Ball back on the inside. Could we have another score? Justin Otto. Bit of a live wire out there for Australia. Otto takes them on himself. Once on the return. Opening up the field with a long pass. Great take. And a diving touch. A try-saving touch for Naomi Ireland Tupai.
Yeah, she did really well there. Corner flagged. It's a great pass off the left hand. But a lovely touch.
Good contact there from Naomi Ireland Tupai. There she is playing a half for New Zealand as Nat Jull plays them away. Switch back on the inside. Good pick up from Welsh. Some nice footwork, but not enough to get on the outside of Australia. Nat Jull forced to turn it over.
I think after the first 5 minutes where it looked like Australia looked really ominous, it's settled down a little bit now, and I think it's a little bit more even, which is good for the Kiwis. See what happens here with this Australia attack.
Both sides undefeated coming into this final across the pool stage and the quarters and semis, of course, as that's a long ball that I think will be given as a forward pass. Indeed, the touch was made regardless, so no need for the referees to make that decision. Taylor and Kiwi Stock with a diving touch. Both Kiwi wingers looking strong in defence so far.
Yeah, one side and then the next. Excellent defending. They've shut out Australia a couple of times now.
Here's the Kiwi transition, lacking a bit of momentum. Nat Jull looks to inject some impetus, and Welsh takes them up to halfway. Clark Manahi crossing the 10-metre. They're calling for a scoop, Jan. They need one here to try and strike at the Aussie line. Good shake from Glossier. Here they go, opening up the field, then the little drop pass instead.
I think a touch was made.
Well, I think he's been given offside there. Joseph Heroini, his touch is denied, so it's a try scored by Amaria Clark-Manahi.
Wow, we've got a game on our hands.
That's a try for New Zealand's number 9, Amelia Clark-Manahi.
Well, that's another try on the board for Clark-Manahi, a 7th in the competition. Well, did the ball get down before the touch was made? I think that's the decision the referees have come to. We'll have another look at it here. Cross comes Heroini. I think that's a try scored before he makes the touch.
Yeah, very close, great effort.
Amiria Clark-Manahi on the board for New Zealand. But back come the Aussies, and what a ball that is by Manu Wakely. A quick response from the Australian mixed 30 side as they re-establish the 2-try buffer. Ben Hones goes over, but this is some ball from Manu Wakely.
It's a great step off his left foot here as well. Yeah, beats the man coming in to try and shut him.
Perfect angle as well of that great pass from Wakely, and then this step back on the inside. Australia have 5 inside the opening 10 minutes here. And as the clock rolls on, New Zealand need to keep in touching distance. Here's Welsh, good step, interception by Australia. Touch was made, but a great grab by Heroini. And now they head towards the box. Well, we've certainly got a game on our hands as we edge closer to the break. But Australia have looked the better of the two sides, Jan.
Yeah, they have, but we have got a game, like you said, Wilf. Whoop, they've scored again, no.
Slipping through this time for Australia was Nicholas Bale. There was a diving touch in from the Kiwis, but they can't keep a hold of it, so Bale with the score for Australia, and all of a sudden, they're 3 tries ahead.
I think just the intensity of that drive. The end product is just really difficult to defend.
How close did Ireland to Dubai get to making the touch there? Well, here come New Zealand again then. Back on the inside, looking to chase down the Australian scoreline, which has got the Emus up by 6-3. That was almost a pretty unbelievable take from Bronson Waka, but not able to keep a hold of it. So Australia escape for now.
I've just had a little somebody in my ear saying that the Kiwi number 7 is actually from Wales. So this is we've got something in Wales that in this final.
Oh, is that why they call him Zane Welsh?
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a redheading. I don't know.
Well, wonderful footwork in the meantime from Australia. Ben Hones searching for his second try, is caught, but only just about.
New Zealand have got to get out of their half here, got to drive. Australia have taken a 3-try lead. Can't let this go any further.
They could do with getting one back as well here, but that's a penalty. And it won't help them in their cause.
No, forward pass.
Well, we've got results from elsewhere in the men's open semi-finals. Australia beat the Cook Islands by 15-3, and Lebanon were beaten by New Zealand 6-13. So after this game, it's Australia-England, and then it's 4 games back-to-back, which all have these two sides involved in them.
It's that monopoly between the two sides, Australia and New Zealand. I watched the game yesterday of the Philippines in the mixed open, and I'll be honest, they looked really impressive. I think they played today for the bronze medal match, but very young team. I think they beat the Kiwi under-20s last year. So they've got loads of potential and a team to watch out for.
They had 10 under-17s playing for them in the mixed open.
Wow, under-17. Well, I won't tell you how old I am, but they could be my children.
I don't think either of us are under-17 anymore. As through go New Zealand, that's an important score. Excellent scoop by Nat Jull. This time the architect, and Shane Scott in the end rushes forward to support him.
Very timely score by New Zealand. Great scoop, great pace. I think Nat Jill is definitely the playmaker in the New Zealand team. Back to 2 scores in it. Australia on the attack.
5 minutes to go in the first half. Here come Australia again. Good ball on the inside from Otto. Nicholas Bale dots down, and they're just so clinical, Jan, from every set of 6 they get, from halfway or closer.
I think that's what sets them apart at every category. You know, when we played Australia, the same. I mean, you D them out and you think you've done a great job, but then the next set they get, they invariably score. It's just very clinical.
Well, here come New Zealand then in response as we see that lovely ball on the inside. Set Bale on his way. Here comes Welsh stepping off the right again. That Jewel is just crowded by green and gold.
He's definitely their danger man.
Here is again Nat Jewel. He's already set up one and scored the other so far. Welsh, Jewel, good pickup. Welsh with the long ball. New Zealand dot down. Has Taylor Ann Kiwistock got a score? I think she does. That's her 24th of the tournament.
Wow, great ball off the left hand. Fantastic take.
Well, New Zealand are not going away. They stay in the fight, and some ball by Zane Welsh to set it up.
Actually, Taylor Ann Kiwistock is she's got 23 tries before today's game, so she's in the hunt for the top scorer. You know, let's see what happens.
She's got to hunt down the prolific Australian pair of Gill and try score in the first half already, Carly Walsh, in order to reach that margin, as Australia, for once, shut out by New Zealand. They need to do more of that if they want to stay in the fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
This aspect of touch in these high-profile games reminds me a lot of tennis, where you need to break the serve if you want to have any hope of winning a set. And I think that's what New Zealand need to start doing here, denying Australia from their set of 6 and getting an opportunity to transition like they have here.
Yeah, and it's also a territory game in a way, because if you don't drive well and you don't get into the red zone enough times, then you just limit your opportunities. So,
oh well, there was an interesting turn of events. Bronson Waka with great footwork, looped a pass. It was patted down by Australia. He almost regathered it.
This is a great opportunity. 6.
Waka at the line. Up goes the hand from Justin Otto, makes the touch.
Great shot.
Well, New Zealand, to get back within 1 score, need to convert from this set of 6. Lovely ball on the inside, great weight on the pass. Bronson Waka has New Zealand 6th, and they are right back in the contest as we approach half-time.
Yeah, absolutely. Back to a 1-score game. They needed that. Work the middles. Nice little quickie, ball back inside. The shot came just too slow.
Reece Glozier with a nicely weighted ball. And then this mix open 30s division. A minute and a half to go before the break. Australia's lead cut to 1.
Well, Wilf, you said Australia looked ominous in the first 5 minutes, but we're down to 1-score game, you know. This is still all to play for.
New Zealand, though, could do with shutting down the Aussies here. It might open up for them down the right. Nice footwork again from a try scorer, Ben Holmes. Ball back on the inside. And now they'll look to reset. Holmes wants it back from the half. There's the missed pass, and the tap on. The last-ditch effort to try and keep the attack alive has gone down. Matthew Bale. Some good creativity. It's what you need to win a final, but New Zealand escape.
I think that was exactly what New Zealand needed, because they're invariably, previously, every time New Zealand score, Australia go up and score again. So they've kept them out. We're 40 seconds till the hooter. So that was a really important D on the line.
lifted up over halfway. New Zealand get the substitutes on. They've got 20 seconds to perhaps find an equaliser at the break. What a story that would be, trailing for the majority of this fixture. But here's Natchell, Welsh, there's the missed pass, but New Zealand are just going to get crowded out by the Aussies, and that will be the final attack of the first half.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be enough time for Australia to get up and score here.
Good call, Jean, as the hooter goes. They'll have one more tap from the penalty, but at the break it will certainly be Australia with the lead, but just by the one try.
They didn't fancy going from there with one touch.
I think they would have done awfully well, even for someone with footwork like Ben Hones, to break through the line there. So at the break, New Zealand trail, but only by one try against Australia in this mixed open in the 30s category.
We've got a game, Wilf.
Absolutely we do, Jan. Australia just about holding on. You're a former mixed open coach yourself. What kind of advice would you be giving to both sides here at the break?
Well, I mean, they'll know more than me, to be honest. But I mean, I think they've just got to. New Zealand have got to just keep the ball, drive hard, and get opportunities in the red zone in the Australia line. I think the more chances they get, you know, they've shown they can score. They will score. And the same thing on their defensive sets. They've got to keep Australia out, you know, because they're so clinical. Australia, we know what they're going to do. They're going to drive hard. They're going to come at you, and they're going to create every time. It's almost a case of if you can try and stop Australia scoring, D'ing really hard in the middle. They've got that long ball though. We've seen it. They've got a long ball left hand and right hand. Both wingers have scored loads of tries. So. Yeah, I don't know. You're a better man than me if you can work this one out.
Well, can anyone knock Australia off their perch? They've been so impressive so far at finals day here at the Touch Rugby World Cup. Now, get back awake again, because there's a big half a touch to come. 20 minutes here still to play. Australia just one try ahead against New Zealand.
Yeah, we get Jade Simmons to the new pavilion upstairs. Jade Simmons to the new pavilion upstairs. Players and officials, this is your 2-minute warning. Players and officials, 2-minute warning.
20 minutes left for New Zealand to turn it around. They've yet to lead at any stage in the game. But here in the mixed open 30s final, they are just one try behind, and it's the, former England World Cup representative and man schooled in Wales, Shane Scott, starting out in the middle with Zane Welsh, who's on the ball here, and it could be an early equaliser. It is Eliza Ward who goes over. New Zealand are back to level terms. Oh, it's been denied. Forward pass. That's so unfortunate. What a start it could have been for New Zealand. Jan Fetchy alongside me.
Yeah, wow. Tap off for New Zealand. Could have levelled the game. First opportunity to level the game, actually, since the beginning of the game.
Indeed, New Zealand have been behind for this entire final almost, as Eliza Ward denied her 5th try of the competition. There's a long ball looking to open up New Zealand, but it's just undercooked slightly there.
Yeah, good 2 sets of D there. I think this is going to be a really, really good half.
So in this mixed open 30s competition, New Zealand and Australia have been the runaway favourites in both pools. Undefeated, almost unchallenged. The closest anyone came to giving either side a game was France when they went down to New Zealand 9-6 in the quarterfinals. Other than that, it's been plain sailing for the lot of them. As this time, it's Jared Pomare trying to scythe his way through.
We'll see if fatigue comes into this game. I mean, today isn't as hot as it has been yesterday, but, you know, it's the last game of a really, really long tournament for both sides. So we'll see if there's any potential fatigue problems within the last few minutes.
We'll find out here at the conclusion of the mixed 30s competition. Good pick up from the Aussies on the 7, looking for that hole between the link and wing, but well read in defence. A good touch made by Taylor and Kiwi Stock.
Yeah, she come in really hard on a shot there.
Here come New Zealand on the transition. It's been a better half defensively for both sides so far. Australia were already ahead by this point in the opening salvo of 20.
Yeah, no score so far.
Nice switch on the inside. And New Zealand are rolling. Some lovely footwork. Bronson Waka looking for his 2nd try of the contest. Well, they were on the last touch, trying anything to keep it alive.
About 3 backward passes there. Out the back of the hand.
But coughed up a penalty, unfortunately.
I think that's something that the Kiwis do like to throw the ball about a little bit more.
As you'd expect from any side based from New Zealand. But it's an Australian transition that's looking menacing for now. Desperate to claw back that 2-try buffer. Nice footwork from Manu Wakely. Lifts it over the top, and now they'll roll on towards the line. 2-on-1 if they can execute. Australia go over. It's another try for Carly Walsh. Number 28 in the competition.
I think it's been pulled back, Will.
Oh, another denied try. Carly Walsh can't believe it. And neither can we here. Well, 2 disallowed tries in the second half already, Jan.
It looks like nobody wants to score now. No scores yet, I don't think.
Well, look, 13 tries in the first half. 4 minutes in here, and it's still Australia with a slender lead. Welsh. Good pick up from Jull. Little show and go, puts his man to deck. Welsh goes down to score. Well, was there a touch made from Heroini? I don't think it'll count. What a dummy on the way through by Nat Jull as well. Creator again. New Zealand's talisman in the centres has got them level as he puts in Zane Welsh.
Yeah, we're back level. I mean, what a play this is by Jull. Let's have a look at this again.
Oh. Down goes Matthew Bale, and Heroini gets close, but he can't catch Zane Welsh. New Zealand are level.
Sold him tickets, I think we call that back in Wales.
Well, here come Australia looking to counter. Ball over the top from Otto. What a take that is! What a grab, diving down, Lucina Gill. I think that's a hat-trick for her in this game.
What a pass from the left hand, and what a finish. Fair play. What a riposte.
Australia, in the blink of an eye, are back ahead. New Zealand weren't level for long. What a take that is.
try for Australian number 5, Regina Gill.
That's try number 25. Her quarter of a century is up in this mixed open competition.
She wants that top try scorer badge, I think.
Hunting down her teammate Carly Walsh, who's up to 28. Well, there's a touch at the 7. New Zealand still pushing forward here. Glossier, Pomer, one more pass should do it. But caught at the line, Bronson Wacker. He knew the penalty was coming though, Jean.
Yeah, it came on the back door, but offside on the line, so another repeat set of 6. Great opportunity for New Zealand to claw back to level again.
Bronson Wacker teasing the Australian line. Here he is again. Good footwork. Well read by Justin Otto. Plenty of time for either side to run away with things here. I'm not sure that's how it will play out because Walsh is carrying on for New Zealand as they look for an equaliser. Second penalty at the 7. One more and Australia will be down to 5 as they make a quick substitution. On comes the former England World Cup representative Shane Scott.
Great opportunity again, second set of 6.
Here's Walsh, Jull on the inside, it's been intercepted. What a takedown low for Australia. Away they go, it's will be another score for Justin Otto. He's hunted down by Scott, but he will not be caught.
What a play at that moment. New Zealand, 2 penalties, 2 repeat sets on the line, and Australia come away with an intercept. That's incredible.
Well, that was certainly a try if it found the Nat Jull's grasp. Instead, it was plucked away by Australia. The Emus go 9-7 ahead, and that 2-point buffer has opened up again, Jan.
Yeah, I think we'll be looking back at the end of this game and thinking that is a pivotal moment because it could have been level, and actually we've two behind again.
New Zealand, though, with a set of 6 at halfway. Jared Pomer. Jared Pomer gets it back again. Or Pomari. Whichever way you prefer. Pomari again. Back on the inside. Diving across to make a crucial touch. So is Zoran Moatene.
That's a play New Zealand are doing regular now. This looks like their go-to play. They'll set up in the middle and the ball back inside. But great defence again by Australia.
What a crucial shutout. And away come Australia with a 2-point advantage that we know will not be enough to see off the Touch Blacks in this game. We've already come back from the same deficit. But this is a much better transition and a great pickup. And here goes Bale. Good pass. Australia are opening them up here, but that wasn't the option. I think the hole was at the link space. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because they've been called all the way back by Brandon Sanderson, Cameron Macped and Zoe Grenrich.
It looks like it, I mean, that was great injection of pace, but it looks like the game is opening up a little bit. Whether it is a bit of fatigue or not, I don't know, but it is definitely opening up.
New Zealand hit the box. Lifted off the deck by Ireland, Tupai. And round the corner comes Clark Manahi. Little show and go from Pomeri. Pomeri at the half. Lofted over the top, almost another interception.
He fancied his chances again then, didn't he?
This time Joseph Herawini came close. Here come New Zealand. Wacker lofted it over the top. Another long ball. But they had a few touches left to use there, New Zealand. A bit of a coach killer that, Jan.
Yeah, I think it's important they use all their 6 touches. You know, we've got to keep them pinned on their line if they can. I know the long ball, they've been having good success with the long ball, but, you know, almost a waste there.
Good carry in the meantime by Wakely. He gets it back again, Wakely. Soft hands would be enough for Australia. They make it to the corner, but I think it's touch and pass, Jan.
Yeah, I think it was. Correct decision. Good hands, though.
Nicholas Bale that time was caught. He did get the ball away, but not before he was touched. So here come New Zealand. Good transition. Pomari off the field. Eliza Ward. Little show and go, looking to draw in Australian defenders. Welsh, Scott, Welsh again, goes himself, quarters the half, but he does draw a penalty.
This is where, again, they need to, the last time they had a repeat set on the line, they came away with an intercept. They need to be clinical here. They've got Jull on the field as well.
Here is Jull. Welsh again. Will he look back on the inside? Great touch from Wakely. Here is Welsh. Draws in Wakely again. Gets it on return. Jull is caught. Great line speed. New Zealand are running out of chances here. And they have lost all touches. Well, it's a turnover for Australia. Another important shutout. How big will that moment be when we look back on this game?
Yeah, brilliant again by Australia. Still with a 2-try cushion.
Good transition. They're up to the half, but that'll kill the momentum. Nick Grant almost through, but he has to retreat all the way back to Matthew Bale. Oh, and looking for the switch, but a bit of a miscommunication.
Yeah, Nick Grant, every time he's come on from the subs box, he's put an excellent pace into that drive.
New Zealand need 2 tries with about 8 minutes to go here in order to force a drop-off. They need a few without reply, which is certainly easier said than done against Australia.
Absolutely, but wouldn't we love to see a drop-off?
Well, it would be excellent to see our first drop-off here on any of the gold medal matches on pitch 1, and they are going to get 1 back. Naomi Ireland Tupai goes in for another score.
There we are. Come on, let's have the drop-off.
Well, it's 9-8 for now. What a high-scoring game. What a fantastic game of touch between the 2 best nations in the world.
Naomi Ireland Tupai takes the score. Australia 9, New Zealand 8.
Whipped out there by Bronson Waka. If New Zealand win this, he'll certainly be the player of the game as well. Between him and the lightning quick Nat Jull.
Yeah, lovely pass. They can pass off both hands. Lovely finish. Let's see if they can keep Australia out now.
What a crucial shutout it would be as well. What a statement it would be for New Zealand, but they're going to have to contend with 6 whole touches on their own 7. Here come the Emus. Lovely soft hands, a great line from Ben Hones for his 2nd score. Picked out wonderfully well. Australia back to 2 tries ahead.
Again, look how clinical they are. What a run by Hones. Just hit that hole. Beautiful pass, almost like a no-look pass. He knew he was going to run that hole.
Well, not for the first time. Justin Otto again, the creative force behind this Australian mixed open side. And here's New Zealand's own Nat Jull. Welsh winding one up. Oh, it's just beyond the on-rushing winger. That would have been some take from Naomi Ireland Tupai. What a way to grab your hat-trick that would have been.
I think if New Zealand got any chance in this game, Jull and Welsh, when they're on, I think they've got to make things happen. They look like the 2 guys in the New Zealand team that can make any sort of difference.
Transition from Australia. New Zealand going to have to try and force out some kind of error from Australia, which is so hard to do. The Aussies are clinical. And this is lovely movement. Nick Grant again powering Australia forward. Lovely scoop. Touch made on Matthew Bale. New Zealand's turn to transition.
Again, that's it. It's that injection of pace from the subs box from the number 2 Aussie, Nick Grant. Nothing came of that, but he just comes on and just absolutely batters the defence.
But a penalty for Australia. Against Australia, sorry. It's so rare that you have to point that out. Up to the 10. Whoa, lovely evasion from Nat Jull. And now New Zealand bring on a couple of changes. Amongst them, Michael Pomere. Pomere again. There's the skip pass. Pomeri with the pickup back inside to Waka. He unleashes one. It's excellent take out wide by Ireland Tupai, but she is caught.
Same play as the last score from New Zealand. Great long pass left, but this time the Australian defence reads that.
5 minutes to go. Ireland Tupai, sorry, got to New Zealand closest to going one try behind, but denied by Australia, and this is some transition from them. Great carry by Justin Otto. One more pass should do it. Into the corner they go. Back on the inside. The pass had to go, but Kirsty Wakely kept a hold of it. Perhaps didn't know that that was the final touch. New Zealand, though, a long way from their box, Jan.
Yeah, important defence, though, because if they went 3 down, I think that could be the game. But still 2 down. They've got every opportunity here.
A little bit slow on the transition this time.
We're only on halfway. I think, what were we on, 4th touch?
They've got to create something there. Great line speed from Kirsty Wakely. And they have forced a turnover just shy of the 10-metre mark.
Yeah, that's incredible defence. I think that's something that New Zealand have just got to drive harder, get into those danger zones for any chance in this game.
Whoa, it's a huge call. How rare is that? A penalty against Australia, unforced. And this is a huge chance for New Zealand. They've got 3.5 minutes here in the mixed open final of the 30s edition.
Got to score you, I feel you, Wilf.
Ireland Tupai on a hat-trick, let's not forget. Jordan Rogers plays half. Scott, Welsh, Scott again. Middle play, what a pass that is. What a defensive touch. In response, though, from Wakely.
Great defence, looking for...
Well, it's just a turnover. How disappointing for New Zealand. Kirsty Wakely, though, with a huge defensive intervention.
I thought they were looking for second phase. They're not sure what happened there. Missed that.
Well, they've just got turned over, unfortunately. So, Australia with a chance to seal it here. Touch taken on Bale. Good pickup. Well, I spoke too soon, Gian. New Zealand are up against it here. 2.5 minutes. They trail by 2 tries. Have Australia done enough to seal the gold medal here in the mixed 30s category?
Again, look, they're not making any yards. We haven't got the halfway yet. Oh, penalty given.
They've got to get a wriggle on here, New Zealand. They're 2 tries behind with only 2 minutes to go.
I think Australia have really stepped up the defence. But giving a penalty away, this is an opportunity. They've got to score here.
Omere, skip pass to find Bronson Waka. Sliding in, Waka on the return. New Zealand are within 1 try, but they've only got 2 minutes, sorry, to try and equalise it here. Bronson Waka keeps New Zealand in the fight.
Wow, amazing feat by Waka. Looked like a touch was going to be made, no touch. And just beats the man with a beautiful dive.
Australia will take all the time in the world to eke out these touches. It's just 1.5 minutes to go, and they trail by 1. Here's the try that's got New Zealand back within touching distance. But we're back to that intercept that could have been a New Zealand score, and instead was an Aussie try. It's the only thing that separates them now, Gian.
Well, we said it at the time. Could it be looking back, and that was the actual game. This is it, 1 minute left.
Can New Zealand level things up and take us to a drop-off here in the mixed open 30s division? Both sides flawless in the competition so far.
Here come the danger men, Joel and Welsh.
This is it. It's the last chance for New Zealand. Jull taking on all comers. Otto makes the touch. Is that it for Australia? The roar goes up from the Aussie supporters. That could be the game, a penalty as well. Surely Australia have done it, Jan.
Wow, a big call. I think New Zealand thought that Australia weren't back in 7. They thought it was a penalty to them.
They will take all the time in the world with these 6 touches.
10 seconds left.
Australia have clung on here against New Zealand in a category that could have gone either way. Here's the chance to seal it. They won't care. Ben Holmes with an excellent performance in this final. Where's the last touch? And jubilation from the Australian box, because they've just about clung on here to beat a spirited touch black side in the mixed open 30s category. What a game, Jean.
Unbelievable. And would you believe it actually came down to that intercept try? We said it at the time, could that have been the game? And I think it was. The last game we commented on together was Wales 40s and Cook Islands, which was an unbelievable game, draw. And this one again must be my I'm just a lucky charm.
Absolutely,
for you.
Javanti's sticking around for the rest of the finals, because what a game that is.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Justin Otto wins the Player of the Final award for that intercept, but also for setting up a couple of tries. Commiserations to New Zealand, but what a final they've brought to us here. In the end, they just about hang on for the victory. The Emus have another title here at the Touch Rugby Cup World Cup in 2024. They are almost unbeatable, it seems, even in games that go down to the wire. They just about cling on. Another opportunity then in our next game for Australia, as they are into yet another final. They take on England in the women's 27s, but here in the end of the mixed opens category, Jean, what a game.
Yeah, absolutely loved it. You can't beat this. You know, the running, the passing, the skill level, the intensity. What an advert for the game again.
But if the mixed 30s is anything to go by, I can't wait for the mixed open final at 3 o'clock, when these two sides will face off against each other